content marketing has changed drastically over the last year. AI has really amped up the pressure for us online business owners to create content that is really unique and really valuable. Because you see, with 49% of companies currently using ChatGPT to generate their content is becoming super generic. And as we all know, generic equals boring, which can lead to crickets in your audience. In this video, I'll be revealing the most powerful 5-step content marketing strategy you can use this year to remain top of mind for your audience and to grow your authority. This strategy is based on research I did on sites such as Forbes, SEMrush, plus it's taken from my own opinion based on years of working in the content marketing industry. You'll want to stick to the end of this video because the last step in this strategy is the one that's going to save you the most time and help you revolutionize the way you do content marketing. So with that being said, let's jump into the content marketing strategy that you need to follow this year to be successful. Step 1, you need to choose content that can't be replicated. Unfortunately, in today's digital landscape, it is really easy to replicate written content with AI. And as a result, consumers are really skeptical to trust written content. In fact, according to Forbes, 75% of consumers are concerned about misinformation from AI. And to make that statistic even more scary, another article by Forbes states that 54% of consumers can actually tell when a piece of content was written by AI versus by humans. Now, I'm not saying that a blog can't work for your business anymore. Not at all. A blog works wonders. It can be amazing. But what I am saying is that you can no longer just rely on your blog to bring in leads and sales for your business without providing your audience with other types of content as well. The types of content that I'm talking about is video or audio. Because if you think about it, it's a lot harder to replicate video and audio than it is to replicate written content. And video specifically is one of the content types that people trust most. So having a YouTube channel is one of the best ways to approach your content marketing this year. Not only does video show people your face and it allows them to build a connection with you, but YouTube videos are also evergreen, which essentially means that it has the same type of effect that a blog post has. So your YouTube videos can last for years and years if you're basing your content topics on evergreen topics that people are going to search forever. Now, this strategy can even be more powerful if you incorporate videos into your blog post. So then you use YouTube alongside blogging to bring in your leads. In fact, according to SEMrush, 70% more traffic goes to blog posts that incorporates a video into their blog post than those that don't have a video. So if you absolutely love writing and you do still want a blog, you can do that. But try to incorporate a video alongside your blog, or if you don't have a blog, you can just use YouTube. Now, speaking about using YouTube in your content marketing strategy, I do have a YouTube starter guide that you can download. It's linked in the descriptions below, and it'll give you the 5 steps that you need to follow to start a YouTube channel that'll automatically generate leads and sales for your business. Step 2 of this content strategy is you need to make your content human-centered. You see, authenticity and human connection is becoming more and more vital with the rise of AI. And now more than ever, people crave that personality and human touch that your content can give them if it's human-centered. In a way, you are even more important than the content that you provide. Now, sure, your knowledge and experience is super critical when it comes to content creation, but people also want to see your personality. They want to see what makes you you. Because unless you're a monopoly and the only person or company that provides a specific service or product, or one of the only ones, then the only thing that can truly set you apart from other brands is you. Your stories, your experiences, your opinions, the way you teach people what you know. And so connecting with people this way will automatically set you apart from your competition. It'll also help you build a community and a loyal fan base. Next up, step 3, which is to use AI as an assistant. So you heard that right. You need to use AI as an assistant rather than using AI as the entire content creation system. In fact, Peter Loibel, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, he is the head of sales at Content Marketing Institute, says this himself. He says you need to use AI as an assistant only. So ways you can use AI as an assistant is you can use it to generate ideas for your content. You can use it to find interesting facts, and you can also use it to supplement your viewpoint. Because, as I mentioned in the previous step, in order to connect with people, you really need to incorporate your story and viewpoint into your content. You can't just simply take a piece of content that was written by AI and paste it directly as is on your blog. You need to make it unique in some way, shape, or form. Now, the way that I personally use ChatGPT to create my content is I use it to help me to generate ideas. I also use it to help me come up with interesting titles for my videos. And sometimes I will even use it to help me come up with interesting captions for my Instagram posts. However, I never use it as is. I always go and add my own unique perspective and personality into my content. Next step is you need to focus on your retention rate instead of your engagement rate. Now I know it feels amazing to get all of those comments, likes, views, and all of those good things. You get that endorphin hit. And wow, it is amazing. But the thing is that the amount of views you get, the amount of likes that you get, doesn't directly correlate to the amount of leads or sales you get from your content. In other words, likes and views don't result in ROI. Instead, you want to be focusing on creating content that attracts the right type of person. So you want to be focusing on how long your content can keep people engaged, because generally, the higher the retention rate on your videos or your blog post or your podcast, the more likely it is to convert into leads or sales. Now, for this to be possible and for you to be able to create a high retention rate, you really need to know your audience inside out. According to the State of Content Marketing report by SEMrush, 47% of businesses state that audience research is the most important factor that leads to content marketing success. So it's super important for you whenever you're creating a piece of content, you need to ask yourself one question. Is this helping my person? Is this helping the person that my offers, my services can help? Because as you can see in the same graph by SEMrush, the fourth most important thing of your content is the quality and value that it provides. So you need to make sure that each and every piece of content that you bring out helps your audience in some way. And finally, we get to step 5, which is to repurpose your content. Now, the best way you can repurpose your content is to choose one primary content platform. Now, this can either be YouTube, podcast, or blog. You can then take that piece of content that you created and repurpose it into several smaller pieces of content. Now, again, I would say YouTube is the best platform because you can do so much with it. You can actually take one YouTube video and repurpose it into a blog post. You can repurpose it into a podcast. You can repurpose it into 1 to 7 YouTube shorts, 1 to 7 Instagram reels, Facebook posts, a LinkedIn post, and so much more. So as you can see, the opportunities are truly endless when you have a long piece of content that you can turn into several smaller pieces of content as well. So if you're wondering how this can work, let's take this video as an example. So for example, I can take this video, which talks about the top content marketing strategy, and it outlines 5 different steps, and I can turn it into a blog post that talks about the exact same topic. Then I can take this video and I can create a separate YouTube short or Instagram reel from each one of these steps. After that, I can go ahead and turn my blog post into a LinkedIn post as well. and I can go ahead and create several different pins for my blog post as well. So it just keeps on going like a snowball effect once you start repurposing the content, and it can turn into multiple pieces of content. So if you've decided that YouTube is the best platform for you to create as your primary platform, and you want to use all of your content from YouTube to repurpose to your other platforms and save a ton of time, then go ahead and download my YouTube starter guide that'll help you get your YouTube channel up and running so you can start attracting leads and sales on autopilot. Also, if you are interested in learning the exact strategy I use to generate organic leads to my business using YouTube, you can go ahead and watch this video right over here.